Okay, it's just hit 8 o'clock. I just spent like 2 hours in a freaking restaurant. I just came into this town and I had no idea where I was. And just riding along this main road here and I see a ramen shop. I'm like, oh, go for some noodles. So I went in there and everything was in kanji, even like the numbers. Because like, everywhere I've gone, in Tokyo, even like out of Tokyo, everywhere I've seen, they use like, well, not Roman numbers, but you know, like Western numbers, like our normal numbers. But I came into this place and everything was in kanji. Even their like numbers were in the Japanese numbers. I'm like, oh, I don't know anything. So I try my best to talk to the guy behind the counter, and yeah, he knew no English at all. But he was sort of explaining to me like what was in each dish, and but sort of half understanding what was meat, what was seafood, blah blah blah. But I'm like, so I order, and I'm just sitting there, like the whole that place was empty except me. And he gives me the bowl, and he gave me this freaking huge bowl and like piled it up, and he's like, a gift. And he gave me like the large size, like because I just got the basic one, and he gave me like the big ultimate large size one, and he's like, gift. And it was just like a crap load of food. I'm so full. But as I finished eating, and then when people started coming in, they finish and they like leave straight away. But when I finished eating, I just like sat there and just sort of stared out the window. But then he came over and was like talking to me, and I was like half understanding everything he said. And he knew I didn't understand everything he said, but yeah, we just talking, and he was like, I was asking, you know, what's to see. I'm in a place called Shizuoka, 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 yeah. But then I was asking him, you know, it's like between here and the next town, is it are there giant hills? And he's like, the hills are small, so you don't need to worry about that. And I'm like, whew, good, because that freaking trek up to Lake Ashinoko was just painful. And you saw how I was in the videos. I was like, ugh, if you watch them. If not, I don't care. Anyway, but then he's talking about, apparently in this town, this Shizuoka town, there's a temple. And he showed me where it was, and it's actually not far off my path at all. I relatively have to pass by it anyway. It's a big park. But in the park is, because they got like an emperor of Japan, and I've been there to the Imperial Palace. Well, not inside, because it's only open very limited, like days a year. I was there with Masayuki at the Imperial Palace, and we sort of filmed in the area. That's where the Emperor lives. But here, this is where the Prince of Japan lives. And he lives in Shizuoka Castle. So I was just going to ride all night because it's 8 o'clock and I'm not tired, and I've done almost 70 kilometers today. And I was just going to keep riding because I've got like massive energy burst / second wind / I've done 70 Ks and I want to keep going to make up for time that I spent 2 days sleeping. But I'll stay here tonight and I'll go check out Shizuoka Castle tomorrow. Castle? Castle. What do you say? I say castle, but my dad says castle. But, anyway, we're going to check that out, and I'm going to find somewhere to stay. I asked him, I'm like, where can I sleep? And he's like, oh, in Shizuoka, nowhere. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Then again, I slept on a bench in a public toilet block. In a public toilet block. I'm sure I'll have no problems finding somewhere to stay tonight. You can sleep in coffee shops. Even if I find an internet cafe, you can sleep there. Anyway, shut up, Rhys. I'm gonna get some chocolate. Oh. But this town seems very nice. Doesn't seem to be very biggish though. Well, it's a city, but it's not a big city. 420, oh my god, shut up. Can someone tell me what the price of fuel is in Australia at the moment? Because here it's like, where's the sign? There you go. $1.60 a litre. Holy crap. So what's the price of fuel in Australia? Is it that redonkadonk? Man, that's bright. Can you even see my face? Anyway, I just set up a tent for the first time, and it was shine that right in my face. Relatively easy. It didn't take long, but it's freaking hot, so I'm not going to need any blankets or anything. I'm under a bridge. It's not really busy, but occasionally a car or two passes over. Anyway, I'm going to sleep. It's like 11 o'clock, maybe almost midnight. I'm freaking tired. I'll show you the tent tomorrow, and I didn't show you the setup because it was too dark. I'll show you one day. I'll show you the disassembly. Alright, I'm going to bed. Rhys out. There we go. Yeah, it's 11:30. This is how much room I have. I'm too tall for it. Here's all my stuff. And using my freaking jumper as the pillow. It's alright. It's better than paying freaking $80 for a hotel or whatever. I'm gonna sleep. Tired as balls.
Can't see me, but it's freaking raining. There was zero signs yesterday that it was gonna rain. It was perfect skies, not a cloud in the sky. And now it's just like piss pouring. Unbelievable. I was just gonna sleep on a bench again. Lucky I didn't. It's just before 6:30 and it's freaking piss pouring, and there was no signs last night that it was going to rain at all. Yesterday was perfect. It's been perfect all week. But out of freaking nowhere, it's piss pouring rain, and I like wake up in a panic because I'm worried that like water's going to get under it, and it's like I got just in time. Like the water was like this far off, like flooding under my freaking tent. So I had to like shot awake and just like chuck everything out of the tent and like pick it up and move it on top of this hill. It was covered in freaking rocks. It's such a kick in the balls. And I lost the freaking things on the bottom of my shoes from Mount Fuji, so all the like freaking water's gone up into the fucking bottom of my shoes. Pissed me off. And this is coming up. Like I had the tent here. It was here. And the water's like just coming in now. And I was thinking maybe I could just put it here, but no, this is coming up. Because the water from the bridge like comes down here. So this is coming up. So I gotta put it on top of this like hill. Those freaking rocks. There's no way in hell I'm riding today. I rode, wait, what's today? No, I left Tuesday, it freaking piss poured Wednesday. And it was such a shit day, and I'm not riding today. Just gonna curl up inside and cry today. Piss me off. I need to shave. It's dirty. Oh, I still got some sleep, I guess. Babe. Oh, mildly uncomfortable. There's a rock in my back. Let's see a flood of this freaking place. Oh, it's cold. Well, it stopped raining at least. And that area where I originally moved my tent to didn't get wet. But better safe than sorry. Better safe than freaking flooded. I'm hungry.
Man, it's just started to rain again. So I'm heading towards a place called Fujieda. Anyway, but I'm just on like some highway, and I stopped in a noodle shop just back there. I spent maybe half hour there, and I got talking to this dude that was sitting near me, and he told me about Osaka Ben, which is like I knew of it. Osaka, they speak a different dialect than Tokyo. Like for example, thank you in Japanese is arigato, whereas in Osaka it's okini. So they've got a different dialect, which is Osaka Ben. It's called Osaka Ben. And he told me how to. Well, he wrote it down for me. He told me how to say a few things in Osaka Ben, like Nande yanen, which is like, what is this? Nande yanen. And of course, he only told me the bad stuff. Like, what did he write down for me? Is this Korea? Because this shit tastes like dog. I wonder if I'll ever have the need to drop that one. Shut up, Rhys.